Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the 64 Squares channel. So today I'm gonna be solving some puzzles, and my goal really with this is to show you guys kind of how I think. Some of you guys lower rated. I'm 1800 rapid, around 1700, 1600 blitz and bullet. Just show you guys how I think a little bit when I'm looking for these moves, and also just try to move up with my puzzle rating, try to get it closer to that 3000 marker that I really want to get to. But without further ado, I'm gonna start. So with this puzzle, a good thing to look at first is to count the material. I mean, sometimes it's obvious, but let's see. In this position, it's black to move, and we count the material. Black has 5 pawns. White's got 4 pawns. So black's up a pawn. They got 2 rooks and a queen versus a queen, 2 bishops, and a rook. So white, technically, especially with the bishop pair, is a little bit better. White's a little bit better. The bishop pair can be very strong. Usually 2 pieces are better than just having 1 rook. So now that we're done looking at the material, we want to look at like what else is in the position. We want to look for checks, captures, attacks. So like the first thing I see is rook up to, I guess this is the black side, so rook up to h1 is a check. And you know, you want to look for checks because they're forced moves. White's got to respond to the check. You know, it's part of the rules of chess. So let's just say theoretically we go rook h1. King has to move up. He's got to move up here. And then now we look at like what else do we have? Rook up here. We'd love to like get a check here, but bishop's guarding this square and the rook's guarding this square. So now we want to maybe look at something else, you know. So one thing we got to keep in mind is white is threatening to probably sacrifice here and is looking to maybe get a draw. So we need to act quickly. So first thing, it needs to be forcing is what I'm saying. We could play f6 and hit the bishop. And if we do that, the problem is that makes that even stronger. So what we could do instead, this is the first move that really catches my eye here. Another move we could do, let's see. I mean, I don't really see what else you could do besides rook h1. Rook h1, the rook could block, but then we just take. Let's see what else. What else is in this position? Just give me a second to think. Okay, guys, I found the solution. So basically, rook h1 was the first move, and now the king's gonna come up here. So now we need to make some threats. So one move that catches your eye is this move, and basically if white doesn't do anything, we're gonna play this move and take his queen. So we play rook queen f2, and then here we simply can check, and then when the king comes down, if you look at this, there's an alignment issue, so the king's in front of the queen. We simply play rook h3 and we take the queen. They could block here, but then we just take, and we win a piece. That's plenty enough. Okay, so next move, or next puzzle. I accidentally mouse slipped, so I think I lost points there while I was solving that. But here, okay, so again, we want to count the material. We have white has 3 pawns. It's white to move. White has 3 pawns. Black has 4. We got a queen, knight, bishop, and a rook versus a queen, 2 bishops, and 2 rooks. So we're overwhelmingly down material. We need to act fast because once black consolidates, we're done. One big threat we got to worry about in this position is the possibility of rook skewering our queen, or pinning our queen to our king. This alignment is a problem. One move, the bishop's hanging right now, but we're probably getting mated if we take that. We take that, rook comes over. Actually, a better move there is because of this bishop, we have this. You know, so regardless, it doesn't seem like a great idea to take this bishop. So now we want to look at other checks. We also have rook d1, hitting the rook. I mean, hitting the king, and he actually can't move the king. His king is in the middle of the board, so he has to block. So that's got to be the move. Yeah, and that's the move. All right, next position. The first thing I notice when I see this is this diagonal right here. It's super wide open. We want to maybe take advantage of that before this bishop gets out. And if we're able to land a queen here, that's checkmate. So the only way I can see of him blocking that is by playing this, but we can en passant him. Once we en passant him, he can block, but then we just take. So that's the move. Yep. All right. Next one. Okay, so we got a position where the king's wide open here on d2, and this is when you want to kind of look for checks. So look for forcing moves. The first move that catches my eye is I cannot draw arrows in chess.com at all. It's really annoying. Lead chess works fine with this mouse, but anyways, queen f2 here. Queen can block. Queen blocks. We maybe have this move, which would force king here. Let's see. Another check we have is this move. Here, king goes here. We win a rook, which could be the answer. The only thing I don't like about it is that the king's getting away, but he's probably getting away regardless, like because the queen can block, so he's gonna be able to get away. I think this is the move actually, because let's see. So first, once you find a candidate move, you want to try to calculate the lines all the way through. So queen takes f4. He can't block anything, so that means he can't block with anything. So that means the king has to move. If he goes here, he gets mated. So we can rule out e1 for the king. If he goes here, again he gets mated. Or let's see. So here. That does open up this bishop's support of this. Okay, so that's so there we go. We now, by kind of looking through the lines, we've noticed there could be an issue. So we play queen takes f4. He does have this move, but then if you look at that position, this queen taking this pawn has removed the defense of this pawn. So if we take here, king comes here, we could take here, and then king can't come here or here because this square is guarded by the knight, this square is guarded by the bishop. And so if you look in that carefully in that position, king either has to king really has only one option. He has to go here, and then we pick up the rook. So I'm wondering that's the idea. Yeah, and they make it a little easy on us. We don't have to calculate this. We don't have to play this line. But yeah, I'm pretty certain this is the idea. So there we go. That's a 22 rated puzzle. And that's how you kind of systematically solve these. Okay. All right, this position, we have 5 black pawns versus 4 white pawns, but we are down, we have a queen and a rook. If we take, the tempting move here is to take the rook with the queen, or take the queen with the rook. Problem with that though is, if you look at the position after, they have a rook and 2 pieces versus a queen, which three minors versus a queen is considered relatively good compensation. So that doesn't seem like it's really good enough. So now we need to calculate more though. But actually, you shouldn't stop calculating. I say that we need to calculate more. If you look at this, let's keep going. So we shouldn't write that move off yet, because let's say we take here, rook takes. We have a check here. Look, always look for these checks, guys. We have a check here, and then when the king moves, we can pick off this knight. And not only that, we're also hitting the rook and the bishop. So it's another fork. He can play this move, and then we have a getaway square. So I'm pretty certain that's the answer. Yeah. Really? Hold on. Maybe there's some issues. Oh, because the rook can come back. See, this is where I messed up. So right now the issue is this seems like the move then, because the knight moves, we pick up the bishop. And if he comes back, we just simply play this. We're still threatening. And he doesn't really have a way to guard everything. And if we wanted to, we could still play the check and it doesn't really block. But yeah, this is the move. Nope. Really? See, you're seeing me trial and error. Maybe you pin the rook. You're still stopping this check. If the rook ever moves, we take the knight. Here, we're still taking the bishop. If the bishop moves, the bishop can't guard. That's the move. Okay. Tricky one. So then we take the bishop. Yeah. That's 2,500 one. So yeah, that was tricky. The tempting move was the check, but then I forgot that if you look in this position, takes. We play this. The reason this was wrong is if we go back, it's gonna stop the puzzle, but I'm gonna play it anyways. Here, the problem is that he can block the check with a knight, so it's still protected. But yeah, I thought I saw some crazy line for a second, but yeah, we play this and then we take. Okay, next one, 2,500. I want to try to get 2,600 in this video. I've been up to like 2,800 puzzles, but then sometimes I get lazy and I play when I shouldn't be playing, and I'm out of energy. I'm not really thinking properly, and my rating tanks. So we're trying to get back up. This position, this looks like more of a middle game. We got 7 pawns versus 7 pawns. So it's a relatively closed position. 2 rooks, a knight, 2 bishops, 2 knights, and a bishop. That's the imbalances. We have the bishop pair. Another imbalance is that the king can't castle, so he's kind of stuck in the middle here. That's where you want to look for tactics. So we have some kind of attacking move. We can attack the queen, but that doesn't really do anything. He just takes. Is there some kind of say here takes one that cements our bishop in. So I kind of like that based on that. But oh, you know what it is here, guys? This is a cool one. These are the kind of patterns that are easy to miss and overlook, because your brain, it's kind of, there's certain moves you just kind of reject on first instinct, because like let's say like taking with a queen, which is the move I'll show you, and you're like, why would you give a queen for a pawn? And if the queen blocks here, then we take. But the thing is, by taking this pawn, if he takes, he gets rid of this defense. And if you look at this, that's actually checkmate. So this is the move. It's Bowden's mate. Yeah. Get a little bit of points off because I was explaining. I didn't get the full speed bonus, but what a cool mate though. Well, that's a nice pattern to know. If you have, you got to notice when the king can't move at all, he has no squares to move. You gotta start be looking for sacrifices, and that's where I found this was noticing. I noticed that this square is weak because h6 has been played, and notice his king has nowhere to run. So I mean, if this pawn was here and we were able to get a bishop here, then that's mate, and that's how you find those kind of moves. So now we have another puzzle. Count the material. We got 6 pawns. They have 6 pawns. Black to move, by the way. I think it says on OBS. 6 pawns versus 6 pawns. We got a queen, 2 rooks, and a bishop versus 2 rooks, a queen, a bishop, and a knight. So we're down a piece. So we need to be looking for counterplay, and in particular, we want to look for mate threats. So first move that I notice is here. One attacks the knight, but not only that, it also threatens checkmate. First move I see. And you don't want to stop there. You want to see, okay, does he have ways that he can defend? He's not just going to let you checkmate him. So we play a queen up here to d6. If he plays bishop f4, that doesn't work. We just take, and again, we renew the mate threat. The first immediate defense that I noticed was pawn here to f4. We have then that funny move en passant again. Look in that position. He could play queen up here, and if that happens, we You can play this. Ooh, that's spicy. So if you can keep up. So here we take, threatening the mate again. He can't take because we just take. If he takes with a knight, we end up playing queen here, and then we made him this way. So he can't really take with the knight. He takes the rook. Obviously, it's mate. So the best defense that I'm seeing so far is here. He could play queen to one of these squares to defend. We could still play this immediately, but that's not really good because the queen can block. The thing that I noticed is we still have, or actually wait, we still have our pawn here. So here takes queen up. The move that I was looking at first was like playing this immediately, because if rook takes, then we can, rook or queen takes, we can pin, and then we renew the threat again. But really a simpler move is to, wait, maybe that is the right one, because here, the king could run, and it's still defending. Then maybe we play this, maybe not. Oh, and then we bring our rook in. I think that's the answer. Okay, so sometimes they throw these in the puzzles. So we got it right. This is kind of a last ditch effort. We just take the queen. But yeah, I mean, it may seem like a waste. You know, we went through all these lines that didn't happen in the puzzle, but that's how you really that's really how you really solve puzzles, is by doing that. You want to try to, like, that's how you get better at calculating, and you want to look through the whole line. So one thing I noticed, there's a bit of a standoff here between these queens. If this rook moves, we're hitting the queen. But also, you got to notice this knight's hitting the queen too as well. White's got 6 pawns versus 5. We got a rook, a knight, and a bishop. Rook, knight, bishop, 2 rooks. Queen, 2 rooks, knight, and a bishop versus queen, 2 rooks, 2 knights, and a bishop. So we're down a bunch of material. So we need to be forcing. And the reason that I say, especially for beginners, it's good to count the material at the beginning, is because it kind of shows you what you're looking for. If you're down a bunch of material, you're probably going to be looking for a mate. Whereas if you are even in material, maybe you're just picking up a piece or something of that nature. So first move that comes to mind is this move. And obviously he blocks the queen, we take. If he blocks with the bishop, we can also take, because if queen takes, we have this move, and then we pick up the rook. We don't stop calculating there, though. Once we pick up the rook, does he have some weird counterplay? Because he still can take the knight. If he takes the knight, we probably we can just come back and take his knight. The thing is, I was gonna say maybe we take this knight first, but he could come here in the defense. So we looked at that line. If he blocks, he could come over here. And now what are we? That's the thing, is what are we doing now? Is what we're looking for now. I'm not. Oh, okay. There's another move I hadn't considered yet. That might be better than all of these. But let's finish this line first. I just noticed that this diagonal is open with our bishop, which could be huge. But let's do this. If he runs now, the thing is we don't really have a check. So wait. So I think we got to play this move first, and then we calculate where he goes. Oh wait, if the knight wasn't guarding, we would have had a dirty move. But so let's start calculating this. Here, bishop here, king here. It's forced. He has no way to block that check. And then maybe we have this threatening this. So keep up with me here. here, get out of the knight's still hitting our queen, and let's say he takes our rook. We play this move. Play this move. We could still run. But then we play this and we mate him. So he can't take the rook at the end of that. So he's got to defend this square somehow. But how does he do that? I don't see. Because if he plays this move, there's other issues created, right? Past that knight's very annoying, actually. If he plays this move, we can maybe come in here, and then I think that this is the first move at least. Okay. One move we could play is this, because he can't take our rook, because then we come in with the mate. Oh wait, okay. This is the idea I had a second ago. I wanted to play this, something like this, because he can't take, because it's a weird thing where he's checked with the rook, so he can't take the queen, but he can't take the rook either, because this queen is attacking the king. But we actually have this move now, and these are these moves are super satisfying to play, these kind of moves. And I'm just wondering if there's a move we play first, because the thing is he goes here after that, and I'm not sure where we go. So maybe we play this first here, and then go here, and then threaten this move. And how does he guard that? Let's see, here, this first. I'm gonna do this puzzle for 5 minutes. Jeez, this first. It doesn't seem forcing enough. And at that point, the threat is this. So I'm deciding between two moves, either playing this. Can't take the rook because here, maybe he can. So I think no. It was this. Okay. Wow. Oh no, I miscalculated. I had the right move, but then last minute I wrote it off because I was thinking he can't take because there's a because then we after we play this, he can't take because we play this, and I was thinking he'd get its away, but I forget that if he comes here we play this. I think this is the move. No? Oh, wait a minute. Oh, it's just to remove the defender. Okay. Wow. That one had a mix of different things. So if we want to go back to the beginning, this is the full thing. It's a cool one. Definitely a cool one. Take the knight. Not being very sharp right now, so I apologize. Here, this one seems pretty easy. Here, if he goes here, we go here. He can't go back, so then we just made him, I think. Yeah. Really. God, I'm not playing well. Oh, I guess this is better. This is better. You sack the queen for the immediate mate, because maybe he has a getaway on the back rank or something. Endgame puzzle. So 3v2. White's a move. This one is about pawn breakthrough. So if we wanted to bring our king around, that's way too slow. He's gonna get a queen and promote. The thing is, this king is way out of the way for our pawns, and the best way to do this is we want to create a pass pawn. And how do we do that? Is through pawn breakthroughs. And I talked about this in one of my earlier videos that I made on the channel. But simply the move is h4 or a5 actually. I was get those mixed up. And then we take, and then just promote. Pretty simple. Pretty simple. Okay, here. First move that catches my eye is this. Getting that the weak diagonal. If he blocks, we just take because the rook's defending. So he can't block. He's got to move, and he doesn't really have any moves. So, really. Is it the other one? Oh, it's the other one. That's better, technically, because the reason that that's the answer is because if we go play here and he blocks, then he has this move. So we want to play this one because when we take, we block off the rook's vision of this, so we can kind of get around. So this is better. Same idea, though. Same idea. I should have calculated that harder. Here, first idea that I think of when I see something like this is to sack the rook. And if we sack the rook, if you can imagine, if we sack the rook and we play queen up here, then, and if we could, then that's checkmate. The next move I think of is to threaten that. It's the second most forcing, and he doesn't have this check because the knight guards. And I'm not really sure what he does about that. He can't guard with the queen because we just take, so this is definitely a move. Really? God, this is terrible. I was doing well on puzzles earlier. I make a video and I'm just getting them all wrong now. Really, that's not the move? It's not the move. Is it this? I don't really see the difference in those, to be honest. Maybe because your queen has more access over here. I don't know, though. Yeah, I think the idea is you want to cut the king off over here. He tries to run somewhere. Maybe we play this at some point, but wow. A couple more. I don't know how long I've been recording.